Hello and welcome to another episode of the Cellcast
Reaction.
Joining me today is a man who is known far and wide as the Donut Lord. Welcome, Jacob.
Well, I'm occasionally eating a donut every once in a while. Why, thank you. Let me introduce our co-host, a man who simply is going to be giddy as a small child in the theater and pugging his plush Sonic the entire time. Welcome, Drew.
I don't have a plush Sonic. Only thing I've got is this little amiibo back up here. Sorry. All I got is this little amiibo back up here. Somewhere. He's up here somewhere. That's all I've really got.
Okay.
I don't even have a little ring or anything.
Oh, okay.
I'm a nut, but it's because I like to play the games and I enjoy the stuff. I don't normally buy lots of stuff, present amiibos included. But anyway, of course, we did react to the first movie.
Yes.
We're getting ready to react to Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Mm-hmm.
We reacted to the first movie back in 2020, before COVID.
Thanks, COVID.
We've reviewed the first movie like earlier this year.
We did.
No, not earlier this year. It was near the end of the Halloween month last year.
That is true. We did.
And now
go check that episode out.
And now we're getting ready to react to Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Yes.
A movie that knows so much about what it is that they actually recreated the box art from Sonic the Hedgehog 2, the video game, as its poster.
Yes.
Which is amazing.
Yes. Agreed.
And now we don't have evil eyeless Robotnik on the cover, which is nice. Although this looks like it's going to be pulling just as much from Sonic the Hedgehog. Might be pulling more from Sonic the Hedgehog 3 lore-wise, since we're already bringing in Knuckles, played by Idris Elba.
Yes.
Which is just... It's the casting I didn't know I wanted. As the best way I know how to put it.
Yeah.
I am really looking forward to this, but I have intentionally not paid any attention to any marketing.
Oh, okay.
That's come out like in the past 3 months. I think the last thing I saw, you could just barely make out the final the egg robo from the end of Sonic the Hedgehog 2 on the trailer is the last one I saw. I don't even know what Idris Elba sounds like as Knuckles. I don't care. We'll find out soon enough. I've seen the posters. I've literally not paid any attention because I just did not want to be spoiled. I was already sold on this from when we left the last movie. So I'm ready to go, dude.
Yeah, same here. Look, were you going to say anything else?
No, go ahead.
Okay. So, there again, I've probably seen all the trailers. To hear Idris Elba as Knuckles is just oh my gosh, this is hilarious. This is gonna be so good. You think I'm here for your powers? Is hilarious. Now, granted, I can't do Idris Elba very well, but I'm definitely looking forward to this. I've been excited since we did a reaction to the first movie, and Drew's just like, oh my gosh, they did this! Oh my gosh, they did this! And I'm looking forward to more of that with 2, and that is going to be a load of fun. And then it's going to be probably on the way back from the theater.
I'm going to be doing my best not to say anything about the movie on the way back,
right? Okay,
because you know me, I want to hold as much of my
that is true.
Super geeking out for when we get back on here for
that is so true. That is
no
so
offense.
Yeah,
it's wasted if I just give it to you.
That is, well, yeah. Thanks.
I don't mean that in a bad way.
Yes, I completely understand. Completely understand. Yeah, I'm there again. I'm super excited about this film. I can't wait to see what they do. And Drew just being blunt, literally nailed what the story is going to be about to the most part. What we've seen. What we think it looks like. So for just so everyone's aware, if you have not listened to the reactions episode for Sonic the Hedgehog, I guessed coming out of that, it's okay, the sequel, we're going to have Knuckles coming in because honestly, I don't think Sonic the Hedgehog 2, the game, has enough
overall story, so you might as well go ahead and bring that in. I bet you we're going to see a Chaos Emerald, and from the trailers, all this has been correct so far. The thing I predicted that is not in the trailers yet, and honestly, I wouldn't want them to put it in the trailers. I want to save this for the movie. I bet you we get Supersonic at the end of this thing.
I'm not surprised. I am not surprised.
Because it's about stinking time.
Well, I mean, like they're doing a lot of world building in this movie, in these films.
Yes.
And hopefully with the announcement that Jim Carrey is really considering retirement.
Yeah.
If they do a Sonic 3, he'll come back.
Now, one of the other things I noted from the trailer, the one trailer I watched, is there is looks like a fight going on between Sonic and Knuckles at one point that is in what looks like an old temple in front of a green emerald that's floating there.
Yeah.
You know the scene I'm talking
Yes.
about? Okay. That looked like they exactly recreated the Shrine of the Master Emerald from Sonic Adventure.
Really?
The only thing you don't see there is the other, the other 7 emeralds that are on their pedestals surrounding it. So I suspect they may have gone ahead and pulled some lore from later than Genesis games to throw in there. So,
gotcha.
If at some point
whoops,
you're fine. If at some point they start saying, the prayer that causes everything to go off, like the Supersonic, well, actually will cause Supersonic to go from the later games, you're gonna see me over there going, they're saying it. There's no reason they should say this. This is like the stupidest line, and it's a prophecy that makes absolutely no bloody sense, but they're saying it.
I might have to,
for reference, this is the servers are the 7 chaos. Chaos is power enriched by the heart. The server serves to unify the chaos, and I don't remember the rest of it off the top of my head. But it's like, if that happens, kudos.
And I will definitely be like, if that scene pops up and something like that's happening, I'm pulling record on my phone and recording it. And then we're gonna splice it in there.
Because you know what's gonna happen if they do that. That's gonna be how they bring Supersonic in there. So I'm gonna be going, it's happening. We're getting a live action Supersonic before we get live action Super Saiyan, which is really what I prefer.
Oh my god!
Which is ironic because Supersonic is stole from Super Saiyan.
I'm not surprised, but
I'll even be crazier if at one point we look up in the sky and we get the Death Egg, which is literally a ripoff of the Death Star. And just like, how do you get away with that, Paramount? We don't care. It's got two laser dishes because it's Robotnik's eyes. That's how we get away with it.
Oh man, but yeah,
and of course, if any Crush 40. Classic Crush 40 songs come in there.
We'll lose it.
They did reference Crush 40 in the first movie when Robotnik's there going through his list of music.
Yeah. You
can see the name Crush 40 go past at one point. So they are at least referencing it. And plus, you do have the 30th anniversary concert that happened last year. So you've got plenty of good music set to orchestra also.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, but we'll see. We will see.
And if that does happen,
I am geeking out over here. I'll let you
just
talk
a little bit. I guarantee if there's any Crush 40 music in this movie, I guarantee Drew's gonna be instantly like, "Where is that on my phone?"
I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna be sitting going, because I suspect if it's what I think it's gonna be. Live and learn, hanging on the edge of tomorrow.
And that's when I'll be putting my phone up and just recording this.
Except I won't be actually singing it out loud because that would be annoying to our fellow theater goers.
Yes.
I'll just be going, I'm mouthing the words. Live and learn, hanging on the edge of tomorrow. Live and learn from the works of yesterday.
Okay, I didn't realize this is grunge now. Or like really just rah, rah, rah. Well, screamo metal.
It's not screamo. This is me saying it, trying to say it under my breath.
Right. But either way, be like, yeah, we both are extremely excited about this film.
Yes.
And are
one of us more than the other.
Yeah, a little bit. Be like, I'm not surprised. Be like, you don't own a Sonic shirt.
I don't own a Sonic shirt.
Okay.
For some reason, I do not have a Sonic the Hedgehog shirt.
We may have to remedy that.
At some point. I just haven't gotten around to buying one. I should have it if I ever go back to doing Sonic Saturdays after I finish Super Mario RPG, but we'll see.
Exactly. So yeah, we're both really excited about it, and we will let you know what our, reaction to this film will be when we get back.
Indeed, in approximately 3 hours from now,
roughly.
By the time we get to Tyler, watch the movie, and come back.
Exactly.
So yeah, we will. I guess within after the bumpers here, I'm about to play for y'all, which is where we'll pause here. We will be back, and we will come back with your spoiler-free reaction.
Exactly.
To Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and Knuckles.
Yeah, and I will try to rein in Drew as we do that. It's like, calm down. Don't spoil it. Don't spoil everything.
I know not to spoil it. That's why it's called spoiler-free.
Yes, I know.
And I'll be sitting there going, yeah, and then there was a lot of cool stuff. If you like Sonic the Hedgehog, go watch it. If you like the first movie, go watch it. I don't know why you're waiting on this part. Jacob, can we go ahead and do the spoiler-filled section? Anyway, we will catch you on the other side.
Exactly.
Don't forget that you can download? Don't forget that you can, don't forget that you can listen to us record the podcast live every Tuesday over on our Facebook page, The Cellcast, our Twitch channel, The Cellcast Gaming, and on YouTube at Cellcast. Also, don't forget to join our Patreon if you would like to support us monetarily. At $1, you'll get our everlasting thanks. At our $5 tier, you can get some artwork from Jacob. And on our $10 tier, you can get bloopers for every episode we've released that I've remembered to release them for. And you can get commentaries from different movies. So come check us out over there if you would like to support us financially. Each week on Stunning and Brave, hosts Chris Cowan of the Babylon Bee and Nate Henderson of Some Boring Budgeting Job confess their privilege, spotlight stunning social media posts, and fabricate outrage, all while keeping you super woke and enlightened. They will make you laugh. That's right, you have no choice. Check out Stunning and Brave at stunningandbrave.net. Do you like Star Wars? I don't just mean the original trilogy. Along with that, I mean the prequels, the sequels, the anthologies, the animated shows, and of course, who doesn't like Baby Yoda? Well, if you've been in the fandom for any length of time, you know how toxic the fandom can get. And if you'd like to be able to discuss a galaxy far, far away in a much more positive light, might I suggest searching out The Outer Rim, a Facebook group dedicated to all of Star Wars, and check out their YouTube channel, which you can easily find at Pop Americana, which the podcast you're currently listening to is also a part of. To find that and more, check out the link in the description. So we're back.
Uh-huh. We've had our chili dogs.
Yes. And I like to point out that the person who was more excited around the end of the movie, during especially during the after credits scene. There is an after credits scene.
Yes,
say for that.
Say for that, yes.
But the person who was the most excited even was not me.
Was this guy.
Dude, I think the whole multiplex heard you.
Yeah, once I realized what they were doing, I was like, oh my gosh!
And you've not even played that game.
No, I haven't, but I know of the character which they reference.
Anyway.
Yes.
So I think it's safe to say that we both enjoyed the movie.
Oh, yeah, just a little bit.
There are some deviations, of course, from the source material, but nothing too drastic.
Right.
Basically stuff that's actually in line with the changes from the first movie.
Mm-hmm.
Bear that in mind. It is more of an adaptation of both Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and 3. And Knuckles, we'll be honest. It's got you got the whole kit and caboodle. All the rest of the Genesis collection, Sans Sonic CD, is pretty much what this is adapting. But it is still doing its own own story.
Yes.
So yeah, I know it doesn't sound like I'm super excited, but that's because I'm having to hold back because
Yeah, just a little bit.
As soon as we go spoiler filled, whoo boy.
Yeah. Get ready for it, folks.
Yeah, get ready. So yeah, if you are interested in Sonic the Hedgehog 2,
yeah. If you've already watched the first one.
Yeah, definitely watch the first one before you go see this if you haven't yet. But I certainly enjoyed it.
Same here. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was a blast to watch. It was so much of the, oh my gosh, they did this. Oh, this was great. Oh, wow. I can't wait for a third if they do a third.
They better do a third.
With that kind of tease up?
Oh, yeah. We will get to that very soon.
Yes.
But anything else before we actually jump into going full spoiler filled?
No. I think we just, let's grab a ring and go.
All right. The following is a spoiler filled reaction to Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Listener discretion's advised. Sonic, he can really move. Sonic, he's got an attitude. Sonic, he's the fastest thing alive. Okay, so hang on just a sec here.
Oh, gosh, here we go.
Let's talk about, I want to talk first about a lot of the references I caught, and there's a lot of references I didn't catch. First off, Tails' backstory is essentially what it was in the way it was explained in the game manual and in the comics. Then that Tails didn't have a whole lot of friends. Mm-hmm. Something happened where Sonic helped him one day, and Tails just kind of became that aggressive fan.
Yeah.
Of Sonic, and eventually Sonic saw him as his pal, so they did that. Plus, the way they handled Knuckles' backstory in this is very similar, because in Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Knuckles, got to use both the locked on version of the game here.
Okay.
Knuckles is tricked by Dr. Robotnik into helping steal the different Chaos Emeralds in this instance, to get the master. For the Dr. Robotnik's nefarious plans. In that case, in that instance, it was to relaunch the Death Egg back into space after it had crashed onto Angel Island.
Okay.
Where Knuckles was.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of saw that coming from the end of the last one where he got onto the Mushroom Planet, which looked a lot like Mushroom Zone from Sonic and Knuckles.
Okay.
They, of course, did not do Death Egg because I think that would be a little too on the nose for what it's referencing. Some people might call shenanigans on that.
Right.
The way they handled the Chaos Emeralds with the Master Emerald is not exactly how it worked in the games. In that one, the 7 Chaos Emeralds are separate from the Master Emerald, but the Master Emerald is like their it keeps them in check.
Okay.
Basically.
Yeah.
And Angel Island is actually floating, which I'm assuming the island they're at is Angel Island. I'm just going to say it right now.
Okay.
And it would make sense that it would be somewhere around Hawaii. But all that's leading to the entire thing I knew from the beginning we were going to get at some point in this, and that was Supersonic!
Yes, of course. Oh my gosh. Yes.
I knew it was coming, and I thought, at first I thought, okay, it's going to be like how, okay, first thing, Dr. Robotnik does get the Master Emerald energy, which to my knowledge, he's never gotten before.
Yeah.
But this was a good excuse for him to quickly build this giant robot with almost no earthly assets, we'll say. Yeah. So I was I kept thinking, okay, he's going to get, Sonic's going to get a hold of the emerald, especially after it fell out of Egg Robo's nose. And he's going to grab a hold of it, and he's going to suck in the energy that way as he starts leaving himself.
Yeah.
And the fact that the Master Emerald crumbled to where it actually was the 7 Chaos Emeralds, and the animation plays just like it does in the game when he goes Supersonic.
Gotta breathe.
Like, did pay attention, even though you're playing fast and loose with the continuity, because this is not a close adaptation of the games, but at the same time, I don't want it to be. This is how you make video game adaptations. You take what works and you craft a good story around it that still follows what the story is, while still telling an original story. You're following lore with just minute tweaks to make it work with your story, to the point where, there's some things I look at and go, that's not quite how that worked. And I also do not care that you went differently, because this is a different universe. I can accept that. Especially since they kind of name drop multiverse in the movie at one point anyway.
Yes.
I love the references to how the tornado gets in there.
Yes.
I love... I like how they use their original things there with transporting between areas with the rings. I'm still kind of curious who the human guys Robotnik took out at the beginning of the movie before he met Knuckles. Those, I say humans, they were people in tribal outfits.
Yeah.
That I don't know who they were. I would like some explanation on that, but maybe next movie?
Maybe.
And I really did appreciate how they handled these movies' original characters with Tom and I can't think of her name. His wife.
Hold on.
I can only think of Donut Lord and Pretzel Lady.
Yeah. Maddie,
yes. I like how they handled that. I like that Rachel's wedding.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Was Project Catfish.
Catfish.
Like, that is so wrong.
Agreed.
And yet they still fell in love.
Exactly.
Aw, ain't
my
that
gosh.
sweet.
Oh.
Guess what? Her husband works for Gun. The main villain, the government organization from Sonic Adventure 2 that was holding Shadow the Hedgehog.
So this is why you called me here. Shadow the Hedgehog? Hey, everybody, look! Shadow's here! Who's he? He's only the second most popular character in the whole canon!
Yeah, this is one of the most popular characters in all of Sonic the Hedgehog, right next to Sonic.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, it's like, yes, we're getting...
Breathe.
The capsule they showed him in the end credit scene looks exactly like the one at the beginning of the dark storyline of Sonic Adventure 2. And they said it took place 50 years ago, right around the time Gerald Robotnik would be taking care of Project Shadow, the creation of the ultimate life form. And I know somewhere up there has to now be the space freaking colony arc. It has to be there. The moon will blow up in the next movie, I swear it. I've got some predictions. I will go into some more predictions at the end. I have been geeking out and talking a lot.
Oh my, yes, a little.
It is your turn while I compose myself.
And breathe.
Yes.
Because I do not want to, CPR, because that just would not be fun.
No, it would not.
All right, so Sonic the Hedgehog 2, absolutely incredible film that gives just went into these so much homages to the games, and those who are rabid fans of this game franchise. And for someone going in who knows the cartoons that came out in the 90s, the the character of Sonic and some of the lore of Sonic. And I love the idea of this whole movie wraps around family. Mm-hmm. And I love it how you have the Wachowskis?
Wachowskis.
Yeah, Wachowskis. They basically adopted Sonic now as a son, and it's more they're starting to really get to know each other better, and it's more Sonic is learning these lessons to be a hero. And he finally gets his own crew. He gets his own posse. He finally gets people he can relate to, as in Tails and Knuckles. Mm-hmm. And I absolutely loved it. It was just this great, wonderful scene where they set up perfectly in the very beginning, where it's where the wife and husband, which I can't remember, the Tom and
Maddie, I think we
Tom
decided on.
Tom and Maddie be like, are just setting up, be like, hey, you're like our son, be like, so we care for you deeply, we love you so much, even though you are a hedgehog. And it's just, they sets that perfectly up, where I think it's like part of the prophecy says something about, caring for someone and something like that, or there's something in the movie that says something along those lines about the Chaos Emerald. And I'm like, oh, that's how they're gonna set it up. And when Robotnik has the Chaos Emeralds has been expelled from Robotnik, and it's like the Tim and Maddie are with Sonic, and it's like, okay, this is gonna be the end. And the jewels go into Sonic, and it's like, oh my gosh, he went supersonic!
Yes.
And I loved it how they tied it in with the love these characters have for each other. I was like, wow, this is really good. And you get this this bonding over Knuckles, not Knuckles, but Tails just be like, oh, you're my hero. I'd be like, I left my tribe, I left everything to find you in order to help you with your quest. And it's just more like this bonding of two friends that are getting to know each other. And probably the sweetest scene in the film was where they're in oh, come on, where are they at? They found
they're in Siberia?
Yeah, they're in northern Siberia. And it's more like, okay, all the shenanigans are done. They're like, oh, okay, we got the map, we got the direction. Be like, oh, this is a perfect place to sleep. And
Tails falls asleep. Sonic puts a blanket over him, just gonna lay down, to the side.
Yeah.
And without having a blanket on it, because it's like he gave it to his friend. And all of a sudden, Tails' two tails pop out, and they're just the right size.
They cover Sonic.
Which, of course, that doesn't help him the next morning.
Oh my gosh, yes. But yes, this movie is fantastic. Oh my gosh. There's so many nice homages to the fact that Sonic is he's determined that he has to stop Robotnik by himself, or Eggman by himself.
I love they actually did use the word Eggman here.
Yeah.
Because they're using it in the same way here that Sonic refers to Donut Lord,
yes,
and Pretzel Lady. It's just an easy way to figure out who these people are.
Yes.
When you can't think of their names. And at the very same time, he calls them Eggman almost as a derogatory term, much like how it's done in Sonic Adventure 1. Of course, Robotnik's slowly going to probably turn crazy where Eggman will be his name, but you know what? I'll live with it at that point.
Yeah, exactly. So it'd be like you have so many great moments in this movie that are just we could probably talk for hours on this movie, but ever since this is a reaction, we're gonna try to keep things nice and tight. But overall, I thoroughly enjoyed this film. There's so many great moments that you need to go watch this in theaters or whenever it's going to get put on Paramount Plus.
Yeah,
at some point. But overall, incredible. Oh my gosh. Piece of it's we were sitting in the lobby. I think Drew had just went to the restroom, and there's this guy who is there's nerds. Nerds be like who like nerdy things. They could talk about nerdy things. And you have dweebs. Those guys that are just they are just the uber munchin nerd. And this guy says, he's talking to somebody, and I overhear him talking, and he's like, but be like his friend or some relative of his says, it's like, yeah, you're watching a kid film. It's like, no, it's not a kid's film. It's an adult film. I'm like, dude, this is a kid's film.
Yeah, it is a kid's film.
This is so much a kid's film. It's geared towards children. You are just enjoying a cartoon.
Pretty much.
Yeah, exactly. So trying to justify it's an adult film? No, it's not an adult film. This is purely a children's movie that anybody can see. It'd be like if you're a Sonic fan, if you're a nerdy nerd guy like I am, who just likes movies and loves, entertainment in general. This movie is for you. This is a great movie. There again, you need to watch Sonic the Hedgehog, the first movie,
Yes.
before watching this. Otherwise, you might be a little lost.
Now, I want to throw another little thing I noticed as an homage. This is a little bit of a deep cut, but not really.
Yeah.
In the scene where there's, they're getting ready to face down the giant egg robo.
Yeah.
You got Sonic in the center. You got Tails to one side and Knuckles to the other.
Yeah.
That is the exact same formation they use in the speed formation on Sonic the Hedgehog.
Really?
In Sonic Heroes.
Really?
Yeah, the one where you play as all three characters at one time.
Huh.
And they actually show that again during the end credits.
Yeah.
When they're running through the ancient ruins there part. They're in the same formation there too.
Yeah.
And then I didn't catch it, but you realize that the labyrinth that they had to fight through to get to where the Master Emerald was.
Yeah.
That was a reference to Labyrinth Zone from Sonic the Hedgehog 1, that game.
Really?
And to the point where it's like every single thing that's attacking him, it's like that is about the speed they come at you, and there is water.
Oh, yeah.
Going to drown. Also, they do they don't play the drowning music, admittedly, but they do play into the fact that Sonic doesn't know how to swim, and they even have the random air bubbles, and the ones that they breathe in are the big ones that you can have enough air to breathe for a couple minutes. Sorry. Weird things that I'm remembering things as we go through.
Yeah.
The movie is so much fun. We will probably be reviewing this very quickly once the actual movie comes out, where we can, get a full watch in.
Yeah.
And be able to do a lot more research. But I really enjoyed the movie, and I agree with you. It is a kids movie. I would say it's for families.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Especially if you have a family that grew up on Sega.
And also, like, one of the funniest things in our theater, because there's a bunch of kids and there's this family behind us, and I guarantee this little guy is probably like 3 or 4 years old, and the entire time it's like, what's that? What's that? What's that? Oh my gosh, Spee! The whole bit.
Yes.
It was great listening to these kids react to this movie. It was so great. So if you have if you are like a family unit, you have your kids, whatever, be like, get your kids, go watch this movie if you've watched the first one first, but go watch it. This is a fun movie. There were little parts here and there that, like, the fact that Sonic conveniently washes ashore on the island.
I let that slide.
I agree. There was just like, okay, that's convenient. Or the like when you called, what was it, Angel Island?
Yeah, they go up. I was like, oh, please tell me that's Angel Island. That's right where that thing's gonna be.
Yeah, I noticed, like, when they teleport onto the island, be like, the animation of the drones is be like, it's not crisp so much. I guess it's more it's a distance shot, so they don't happen to be that, or have to be like the CG doesn't have to be perfect because you're on a distance shot. But at the same time, like, I noticed it was a little bit off, a little bit. There's little CG little problems here and there.
Yeah.
But overall, fantastic movie. And when Sonic is racing across the sea in order to stop Robotnik, it kept my first thought was like, it's okay, Sonic.
No, you said okay, Elsa.
Yeah, okay, yeah. 1, it's okay, Elsa. You're like, let's see if that happens. 2, I had a more of a like a biblical reference. It's like, okay, Paul or Peter.
Peter. It was
yeah,
Peter.
Peter. Yeah, Peter. Let's see if you not look down and get scared.
At the same time, I was looking at it going, you're 100 miles away, approximately, from where that light is. There's no possibility you're going to run there. I kept expecting every time he crested one of those waves that Tails was going to fly the tornado right underneath him to fly him out there, but that's not how that went. But anyway.
And also, you're dealing with a movie that deals with, actual characters. They're not video game characters. They're real life breathing characters who get tired, they wear out, because Sonic throughout this entire film wears out.
Yeah, he gets tired a lot.
He gets tired a lot. He's a kid. And they realistically portray him as a living, breathing character.
Yes.
As a young child. And it's just it's great to see that, because more often than not, when you have like action movies like this, the hero never tires, or he wheezes just a little bit.
Even other speedsters like Flash or Quicksilver, they never seem like they're tired after running all that much.
Yeah, exactly. So
Sonic is, he's still a child for the most part. Anyway, it's a fun movie.
Yeah.
And I definitely go watch it.
Yeah, worth watching.
Are you ready for me to actually start predicting?
Okay, go for it.
Okay, first off, next movie, no matter what they do, is probably going to have Amy in it.
Yep.
Amy is Sonic's love interest, technically.
Ooh.
The way it works, though, usually in Sonic, is that Sonic, he likes Amy, but he's not really in love with her. It's kind of like the Kermit Miss Piggy thing, where Miss Piggy's in love with him, but Kermit kind of is, on the fence and will probably marry her at some point, but it will be because she told him so.
Yeah, probably.
That's probably how the Sonic Amy thing will probably go.
Probably.
But the story will go one of two ways. Either they will do a reference to Sonic CD, which would be interesting because that would bring in Metal Sonic, a robotic Sonic the Hedgehog, which would be interesting.
Yeah.
Be interesting either way.
Exactly.
Or what it's really looking more like is a combination of the stories from Sonic the Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2.
Okay.
Now, if it's Sonic Adventure 2, you better believe we better have Escape from the City and Live and Learn in that thing, because those are the two greatest songs in the Sonic canon. I do not care who you are. You leave those out, I will be disappointed, but still may like your movie, if we're being honest. If they do that, I think it could work very easily. Instead of having Amy be, I'm thinking you flip the script. You don't have Amy in love with Sonic. You kind of have Sonic have an attraction to Amy, and Amy's kind of like maybe an uber spy. That would make her situation in the movie make more sense.
Okay. And
why she may have to save Sonic's butt.
Yeah.
When he's been arrested because they think he's Shadow.
That makes sense. Which
happens in Sonic Adventure 2. There was some Sonic Adventure 2 references in here, like the gun helicopter.
Yeah.
Had the call numbers on it was SA-2. And it looked suspiciously like the one from the beginning of Sonic Adventure 2. Anyway.
There again.
I'm getting off track. But here, I think is you make Amy kind of like this elite, like super spy, maybe working for Gun.
Yeah.
Or maybe not working for Gun, but working for somebody else. And perhaps she and Rouge the Bat are, like one's working for. They're both on their own mission on that, is my thought process.
Yeah.
But they're both going to get involved, and we're going to have pretty much, it will be mostly like Sonic Adventure 2, but there may be some references, there may be some tie-in with Sonic Adventure. I don't exactly know how. But basically, my thought process is the moon will blow up because Dr. Robotnik will threaten the world if they don't comply with his demands, especially the president. They'll have to travel to the moon, to the space colony Ark, where all this is set up, which means we'll get the whole deal with Shadow's backstory involving Maria Robotnik, dying and Gerald Robotnik going insane. And actually, it will end. I'm not kidding here. With Robotnik and Sonic having to team up to save the entire world.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Anyway, that's my prediction.
Okay.
Based on what I know of Sonic Adventure 2, which really does look like what they're going to be, heading towards. Yeah. Now, I do know there is some talk of a Knuckles solo movie also that Idris Elba is apparently already attached to. What that could be, my only guess might be if they based it on Knuckles Chaotix, but I know nothing about that story because I did not have a Sega 32X. So, yeah, that's my guess. I don't know if that's exactly how it will go, but that's my theory. I called it last time. Let's see if I can call it again.
All right, good deal.
That brings us to the end of this reaction to Sonic the Hedgehog 2. You'll hear the rest of our stuff in the outro. So I guess in the meantime, this has been Drew.
This is Jacob.
And we'll catch you in the next frame.
You can follow Jacob on his Facebook at Jacob B. Heron. His Facebook page, Jacob's Daily Art Corner, where he tries to draw each and every day. His Instagram at Jacob B. Heron. His Twitter at Jacob Heron. And his Letterboxd at Jacob Heron. You can find Drew on Facebook at Drew Dodgen. His Facebook page, Drew's Photo Bin, to see his photography. His Letterboxd page at GGeorge759. His Twitter at GGeorge759. And Instagram at Drew Dodgen. You can like us on Facebook at the Cellcast Podcast. On Twitch at the Cellcast Gaming. On YouTube at Cellcast. On Twitter at cast_cell. The Cellcast can be found at Apple Podcasts, Google Play Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, or anywhere else fine podcasts are downloaded from. Please rate and review us where you found us, and also on Podchaser. Email us at thecellcastpodcast@gmail.com. The Cellcast is a proud member of both the Pop Americana and Culture Box media networks. For more information, please see the link in the description. Our theme song is Drop and Roll by Silent Partner. And remember, that's Cell with a single L.